always say luminengi because I can't say lu. I can't say it. Sorry. Oh, what's the real number on that one? There we go. U and NG. I always say NG. On and we. The main courthouse on the left-hand side, the main courthouse, and you can see that we're actually up on a hill here, and as you look to your left you can see a lot of Brussels is down below on the left-hand side. That's where we're going shortly. All right, let's make our way along here because this is the area of administration. This present king is King Albert II. Okay, too clever to live in the center of town. They live outside on this lovely garden coming up on the right-hand side. We're going to go past it slowly. Look at all the statues. This is just the central sword maker, the candlestick maker, the I don't know, the smiths, the butcher. Is the main library and museum on the left, one of them, I should say, not the only one by any means, on the left. And coming up is a square here where the old royal palaces used to be. You see Godfrey on his horse in front of us. He's looking downhill toward the heights. And this is where they used to live. They still do. This is a theatre on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, on the other side of the park, buildings on the left-hand side, on the other side of the park. We'll go and have a look at that briefly. Going slowly past the palace. This is the official residence. This is not where the royal family lives. It's too central, too noisy. You can see through the gate, way in the distance, the Parliament buildings on the left. You see that? Facing each other. Not only Brussels, but the whole of Belgium. So I'm talking about in the ancient days. The nobility part of the country, the sort of west part is the Flemish part. And this morning, once we leave Brussels, we'll be going into the French part, the Walloon part. And the Flemish speakers and the French speakers don't always see, and they're passing laws now in the Parliament so that the underground passages now have been completed for the most part, which roads would be open and which would be shut. The hill is up above you on the left, because we're sort of halfway down now. They can break into a coach. So what we always say is all care is taken, no responsibility. And we spoke about security yesterday. See, they keep it. They build modern buildings of Europe is all about, too, from the cobblestone streets down underneath us. As quickly as you can, please. Okay, look here. The Battle of Waterloo, more recently the Battle of London itself, for a very long time. And the attitude of that, and one of the stories associated with the little boy, is that there were soldiers, large Spanish soldiers, and he came up on the Windsor ledge, and that's what he did on the soldiers. In other words, piss on you, get out of my country. And that's their attitude to all these invaders. You can come and go, but that's what we think of you, all right? That's the sort of story. And it's a very old tradition. And the wealthy father said, I will give a reward
Irish.
This is Brazil, the capital of Belgium.
Oh. It's called.
Where we are at the moment is in the Grand Place. This is the ancient and most important square in Brussels. Today, it's more of a sort of a commercial visiting place. This is where trading took place. And you can go down the side streets everywhere. You can see there's the herb street, the vegetable markets, meat markets, and so on. So it meant that all the major traders were here, and they all got themselves into sort of small chamber of commerces of their own, guilds. And they were very wealthy people. And they tried to build their own guild halls, and they all have a name and a nickname, and they all belong to different guilds, or they did belong. Obviously the main building of Brussels, beautiful old building. You also have a palace of the has his clothes and things. And then all around there, the rest of the building are the guild halls. For instance, it looks like the back of one of these old sailing ships, like the back of around the corner of the sun.
It's cool.
Behind it. You see, they keep the front of the thing, it will be all repaired, and it'll look ancient and old, but behind it'll be all air-conditioned and heated and plumbing and all the rest of it. So it keeps the look, the age of the place. The Europeans don't knock down old things very happily, you know, they try and maintain things as long as possible. That's why you've got such ancient buildings everywhere.
Botanical garden.
Little village about 15-20 kilometers from here, and that's where Loo Station in London, one of the major stations, his island of exile, the island of St. Helena off the African coast, had a big congress in Vienna. Vienna is the capital of Austria. The Congress of Vienna in 1850. Turkish Airlines just up ahead there. So this is very Turkish minority. They broke away. They broke away. Just trying to refine our original route We go around to the left and then right again, something like that. Let's just see what we can do. Ah, there's the old fashioned. Ahead and to the left. Okay, so we're coming to the sort of, very often the royal family come to church here, and this is also one of the places where the royal family is buried. You'll be able to see beyond the fence because you're sitting so high on this panoramic coach. You can look down. Just up ahead there's a sort of a green fence up ahead and on the left. A green sort of little fence there, do you see it? Have a look on the ground level there. Do you see those crosses? 1, 2 I can see from down here, just on your left hand side. You see the crosses around there? It's the royal family's burial places on the foundation of the church. And then immediately on your right hand side in the distance is very keen gardeners and so on. And of course most Europeans live in apartment blocks. Most Europeans. So if you actually, all their exhibitions, like for instance the Ideal Home exhibition, yachting, castles, they had an expo, you know, they had one in Brisbane, didn't they, the Australians and so on. They had one in Seville, the Spanish. So these world expos, and they had one here in Brussels in 1958. And of course you can imagine it is an iron, look at these very exclusive houses on your right hand side. You know, it's the sort of land thing. You know, like the Australians, for instance, here amongst us, you know, you can have thousands of acres, not a problem. But here, you know, having a little quarter acre is already a huge thing. Very expensive. Anyway, the atomium that we're going to see, which is 100 meters high, and each wall inside has got a scientific laboratory to do with splitting the atom and all sorts of physics things and whatever. Here we are, the main exhibition halls on the right hand side, number 5 there. The sun is on the wrong side now, so we're going to go down below looking up this way.
Atomium.
Okay, and they thought that that wasn't quite enough of a complication, so where will and this is why you will have noticed, of course, that cars in France have a sticker with F on it, and corner of France yesterday, they have the largest country, 213,000 square miles. That's, if you give you an idea, France of the Ruhr Valley. You know, the Ruhr Valley is one of the most heavy. And the bishops here had the right to mint their own coins, raise taxes, have their own army.